This poster is about Lunar Network Special Interest Group. It's right in that corner. I invite you all to take a detailed look, but let me walk through. Speed. Okay. All right, I'll keep going, I guess. Yeah. All right. The Lunar Network Special Interest Group was a brainchild of a group of people here, and I'm leading it right now, but it's not. It's definitely with the full support of Michael Riley, who's here, and Pamela Clark, and Russell Cox, who's primarily sponsoring this special interest group. That's the poster in my screen here, which is down there. Whenever speed catches up, we'll all get to see it, but you don't lose anything down there. This slide indicates that this is out of a larger vision of lunar initiatives and special interest group communities that Russell has envisaged. And the wing on the right refers to our group. There are other things like Pamela's leading one, and Bonnie is leading another one, and there are two more to add on. Here we look at the current state of the art, and I will request some of the specialists here to look through that and kind of validate what I have mentioned there, and also indicates like where we are headed to, approximate time frame. And there were noteworthy observations about the form factor discussions and protocols and what is covered under CubeSat, etc. This is the area we also recognized a long time ago, and there are some address to it. The next slide, the next slide is on the Lunar Network and the Deep Space Information System that is going to be the outcome of this special interest group. In the Lunar Network and Deep Space Information System, we cover some of the normally used terminology and the usage, context, the references which are not covered within the scope of Wikipedia, so these tend to be a little bit specialized. And the special interest group, when you go through that, you'll kind of explore what we are up to and where we are looking at the near future. And currently what we are doing is the weekly hangout that I and Michael host / co-host this weekly event. Please join that one. And in terms of what we are looking at is a lunar cloud that will provide services for data, power, navigational aid, and supercompute facility in the cislunar space in years to come. And this will be good for colonies of satellites, robots, rovers, and astrobots, and similar entities that you're going to see crawling and walking around there. And this we want to have the global beneficiaries in the globe of Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, and 24-hour time clock, and there are lots of tricky details involved. We have some glimpse of it, and we seem to have a lot of experts down here. We want to invite them down here. And when you cross the international borders, then we get into ITU, International Telecommunications Governance, and some of the etiquette that you have to do when you're crossing these borders. And you have to at some point address the currencies that operate in different zones, like US, Euro, UK pounds, and Indians, and Japanese yen, etc. So before we could have that, what we define the lunar web is a layer that focuses on the connectivity and the sessions of enabling increased utilization, bandwidth, and space assets of for multiple users if you choose to do so, because most of the time the connectivity as well as the duty cycle performed at ground station and the space assets can be expended quite a bit. So this mechanism is going to enable that part. And finally, these entities which is kind of going to be loafing around the cislunar space, there are a set of definitions and minimum requirements that will facilitate these type of implementation to happen. And that's like a node level and some form of identity. And coming down to form factor and stuff like that, there is something like a bus. And eventually we'll address that after having a good learning curve through the CubeSat which is found today. Okay. Okay. What's happening? Okay. What did I do wrong? Pardon me. Okay. So he said thank you. So that's about it.